What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll have another official 2022 NBA mock draft video that I of course wanted to be going over with you guys. This time actually talking about who I think the Oklahoma City Thunder should of course select with their second overall pick. Now again, I highly recommend you guys go and check out of course my official 2022 NBA mock draft. This of course will be a clip from that. Basically you guys will get to see again who I officially take with pretty much every pick, and again who I took with the first pick. And again, pretty much who I did take though was actually Chet Holmgren to Orlando. So if you do go in the comments and you're like, well, why didn't you have OKC taking Chet Holmgren? That's because I of course already took him with the first overall pick, so he is no longer on the board anymore. So again, this is going to be a pretty interesting one. I think pretty straightforward. I think most people can agree that OKC should take the player that I do have them taking. But I guess, you know, if you guys have a different opinion, maybe comment down below. But you know what, without further ado, let's just get straight into it with who I think OKC should select with their second overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. Of course, now we're gone with the second overall pick now, which OKC have, and again, unfortunately for them, I do have them, I do have Orlando taking Chet at 1, which really does suck for them because I think he would have been so good for this OKC team. But honestly, Chet Holmgren, even though he's a pretty big loss, there is a player who some consider to be even better than Chet Holmgren. And those people have a lot of good opinions to back up their reason. And that's, again, Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith is arguably the best player in this draft class. Even though in my eyes he isn't, a lot of people have him as the best player in their eyes. And I can definitely see why. Again, a 6'10" power forward who is extremely athletic. Again, his comparisons are absolutely insane, being compared to a bit of a Kevin Garnett type player, and again a more perimeter orientated type of Jaren Jackson Jr. I think is absolutely awesome. Again, Jaren Jackson being one of the league's most underrated players. I honestly believe he will take such a big step next season. I really do see Jabari Smith being a bit like him. Again, the ability, I think, to switch on the 4, 5, and 3, I definitely can see Jabari Smith doing. But it's mainly just his offensive power. Again, actually being a really good shooter, good slasher as well. He can really do quite a bit of things that you want, I think, as an NBA player. And this really does work out for OKC because the two main things they desperately need is a starting center and a starting power forward. And look, maybe you don't get Chet in, right? You've just lost maybe who you would have wanted to be your starting center, but right next to him is your next starting power forward, I think, now in Jabari Smith, who I think would fit really, really well in the team. Like, imagine how athletic that team would start to be, especially if, I think, if the rumors are true that they could trade up for Jalen Duren. I'm not saying that they will, but again, Jalen Duren's a 6'10" dude that has comparisons to a younger Dwight Howard and all that type of stuff. Imagine if they were able to get those two in. Even if they didn't get Jalen Duren in, I'm sure they're going to be looking for an athletic center. And that starting 5 is going to be absolutely insane. Really, really young, really good. Again, you've got really tall guards in Giddey. And I think, of course, Lou Dort, I would assume. I think they might play SGA a little bit more as that small forward option, I think, on defense next season. Again, even Lou Dort at 6'3" can guard players much taller than him. Like, it's ridiculous. Really, really tall team. Everyone's athletic. If they can all get their 3-point shooting up and much more consistent, which I think a couple of them can. We've already seen Lou Dort and SGA become way better 3-point shooters. Jeez, team could be crazy. Team could be very scary. And I really like Jabari Smith for OKC. I just think the pick makes a lot of sense. And honestly, in any draft, if you were to see Chet Holmgren go at 1, you would probably be pretty disappointed because you'd probably be left with like a guard. And that's not what OKC right now, but lucky for them, that's not what they need, obviously, but lucky for them in this draft, there's a bunch of forwards right there for them to take, and one happens to be, honestly, regarded by some people to be the best player in the class in Jabari Smith. So, yeah, I really like this move by OKC. I think it makes a whole lot of sense, and that's why I do have them taking Jabari Smith with the second overall pick. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys agree with my top 5 mock draft? Do you guys not? Of course, I would definitely like to know. of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel, my IRL/Long channel. All of them will be linked in the description down below, and check out my podcast as well if you haven't already, which will all be linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.